This is week 10 running back rankings, the top 24. So at the top, obviously, Christian McCaffrey. It'd be wrong to put anybody else there. I think it's against the Jaguars. The next, Breece Hall. It's a pretty good matchup. And I almost did Alvin Kamara, but switch those two just because the matchup. Breece Hall's playing against the Raiders, and Alvin Kamara's playing against Minnesota. And next we have Austin Eckler playing against Detroit. A little bit of a harder matchup for running backs, but he gets enough receiving work. It shouldn't matter. Josh Jacob is next against the Jets, I think. It's an easier matchup for running backs because it's hard to throw on them, but still should be fine. And Jonathan Taylor next, playing against the Patriots. It's an average matchup. And then lastly on this is Travis Etienne playing against the 49ers. So, I mean, that's a lot harder of a matchup. Next is Joe Mixon playing against the Houston Texans. Normally pretty easy to run on, so should be good to start him. Aaron Jones against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Got a full workout this last week. Should be good to go. Tony Pollard against the Giants. They should get ahead early, so should be running it a lot. Rashad White against the Titans. The harder matchup, but I mean he's been getting so much work. Should be good to start him. Ramondre Stevenson against the Colts. Really good matchup, so start him. Saquon Barkley against the Cowboys. A little bit of harder matchup, but they don't really got anybody else on their team, which could help him, or it could be worse for him. So, and Derrick Henry against the Titans, against the Buccaneers. A little bit of a harder matchup, but Will Levis definitely should be helping him out. And then next up, Kenneth Walker against the Washington Commanders. They haven't been using him quite as much this last week, but that's also been because there's been harder defenses. This one should be about easier, so should be running it more with him. And then next is going to be David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. David Montgomery plays. Gibbs would probably go into tier 1. But with them both, I think they're just going to be splitting it. Bijan Robinson against the Cardinals. Pretty easy matchup, but hopefully Arthur Smith gives it to him a lot more than he has been. Then next we have Javonte Williams against the Bills and Jerome Ford against the Ravens. It's a lot tougher of a defense, so, and it looks like he's going to be the main starter, so that should be good for him. Then next we have Alexander Madison against the Saints. It's hard to tell. New quarterback, hard to tell exactly what's going to happen there. But Cam Akers got hurt, so he shouldn't be in jeopardy of losing his job. And then Brian Robinson gets the Seahawks. The Seahawks defense for running backs started out really good, but the last couple weeks it hasn't been quite as good. So we'll see if that continues. Next, James Cook. I forgot about him, so I'm going to put him right here against the Broncos defense, which he should really get some points, I would think. So I forgot about him. And lastly, we have Najee Harris against Green Bay. Looks like a easier team to run on. Okay, that's it for week 10 running back rankings top 24. Subscribe.